Alright guys, I'm going to give you a quick walk around of the RX7 I have up for sale. I've also got a bunch of pictures that I took, but just wanted to do a full walk around video, show everyone the condition of it, and in a couple minutes here we will set it up on the lift and show you underneath as well. Exterior sports the front bumper, Sebin carbon fiber hood, the inky wheels. They are offset. I've got brand new 265 Bridgestones in the back. Carbon fiber rear hatch again from Sebin with a one-off Lexan rear window. Not sure what exhaust, but 3-inch exhaust. Front tires are Sumitomo. The interior, we got Corbero seats. These are the fixed backs. They're one of the narrowest seats on the market as far as fitting in with the shoulder pads, with your FD door skin still being able to retain and stay on. Gauges, AEM, air fuel, boost, water temp. It's got the Apex FC Commander running for your computer. I've also got, just to make getting in and out easier, a Mamo wheel with just quick disconnect. Interior is pretty basic. Alright guys, I've pulled the RX7 into the shop. Just going to go over the motor for you, some specs on that very briefly. I'll have a more detailed spec sheet on the for sale listing. Motor itself, when I purchased it, guy I got it from had all the paperwork. Motor was built with about 2,800 miles when I bought it. I've since, I would say, put 600 miles on it, if that. So I can tell you definitely under 5,000 miles, but closer towards that 3,500 mile range is where I would comfortably say this motor has on it. So just about broken in now. Nothing you'll have to worry about with that. Internally, the motor is equipped with S4 rotors. The guys building the motor, it was A1 Speed up in Pennsylvania. They put S4 rotors that were lightened, balanced, prior to putting them in, and I was told that's for some extra, more reliable boost, running a little bit of higher boost in there. Turbo itself, since we're talking about that, turbo is a S372, 72 millimeter turbo there. It does have a 4-inch outlet that has been piped down to a 3-inch for the exhaust, which I'll show you once we get it up in the air. Other than that, on the motor, we're running 850 injectors, if I remember right. Up in the corner, we've got the HKS ignition system. It does run the Apex, as I mentioned in the earlier video, computer system on here. While we're talking battery, and there's brand new, I put that in this spring. Yeah, that's about it on the motor, and we'll get it up in the air now. All right, so now we've got the car up in the air. Couple things we're just going to go over. Front tires have a ton of tread left on them. These are the Sumitomo tires, the let's see, HTR Z3. They were on the front or on the rear of the car as well when I first got it. Wasn't impressed with the traction off of them. They also had a little bit more wear than the fronts. The previous owner had some camber adjustment out on the rear, so I went ahead and replaced them with the Bridgestone from the rear. These tires I love. Put them on. I've had the car out probably 5 or 6 times since then, and the traction on them is a night and day difference. These are a 265, much softer compound than what we have up front. If I were to change anything on the car, it would be matching the front tires to these as well. Anyways, we'll kind of continue on. Rear differential was replaced actually after the motor was replaced. So that is even newer on there. I do have receipts on that. Working our way up, transmission. As many of you know, if you've done some research, there are synchro problems, especially in the 5th gear. That was all taken care of at the time the motor was rebuilt. So again, 2,800 miles on that. Exhaust, we've got heat wrap. Here you can see the wastegate. It is a tile wastegate. And we've got a 3-inch exhaust working all the way back to the muffler. No idea what brand it is, but 3-inch stainless. It's loud. It is an RX7. It's got a half bridge. If you're looking at this car, you're probably wanting loud. On the bottom side, you can see everything is nice and dry. Run my finger here and I've got no oil residue. Team coilovers. Again, we just redid the brakes. Spark plugs were new this spring. I usually replace those every year. Oil change, same thing, done this spring. I've spent a lot of time dialing in the suspension on the vehicle since I've purchased it. So I've tuned in the coilovers and alignment to really get the best handling that I could out of this car. Set up for back roads. I don't really track it as far as any road courses. There's nothing locally to me. But I've done a lot of adjustments just for spirited driving on these back roads is mainly what I've used the car for. And it really does handle extremely well. I've been extremely impressed. It's one of it's probably the favorite car I've driven. Just time to start on another project and get rid of this one. So that's a look at the underside. If there's anything else I'm missing, any questions, feel free to ask, and we will hopefully get this guy sold here pretty quick. Alright guys, all I wanted to do was do a cold start video. The Mazda's been sitting probably here for about 2 months since the last time I've started it up. So just wanted to show a video of startup after been sitting. I just disconnected the battery charger. We'll get it fired up.